I don't believe it.
You better believe it, because they're all going in here. No, they're not. And he's disgusted because the first two were sat perfectly for a third bedfellow to be plonked on top.
I've seen Mickey Mansell play many times, and I can guarantee you one thing, he's a lot better than this. Big stage nerves, no doubt. He really is a class player. It's not easy to play up on the biggest of stages. You have to get everything right. You have to feel confident. That's the main thing. Obviously, he's not.
Well, it is metaphorically and literally the biggest stage, isn't it? It is enormous.
60.
And there, that picture tells the story.
Shake of the head from the power. 61st start, and it's 81.
Well, you can never assume anything, because in any game anything can happen, but Taylor surely will win this game at some point. It'll be very interesting to see what he says to Dave Clark when they chat after the match about his performance, how he rates it and what he will need to do to improve his performance, because he'll know that he can't play like this and win the World Championship. He'll win tonight, but...
141.
Left tops. Will he get a shot? Mickey Mansell, 141. Well, there's the one. Not what he wanted, though. Another 60, will he double 10? Good darts.
No question. Tops. For Taylor. First leg, third set. And the idiosyncrasies of the tournament this year is that Phil Taylor will play, well, if he continues to win, 3 games before Christmas, 3 matches before Christmas, whereas before he could have gone back and tinkered over the Christmas period and come back, couldn't he? Got to get it right quicker this year.
Yes, you have. You've got to hit the ground running.
96.
Whereas before you can kind of play yourself into form. Out of the 72 players, 58 of them will have a bad Christmas. There will only be 14 remaining.
100.
It's a lot of sour turkey.
Not so fairer than that, Wayne. As Mansell looks for the 140, and that is his third such score of the match. Too high, up a cake. Picks off the treble 19.
96.
Phil not being at his best on the treble 20 or the treble 19. But his doubles have been very good indeed. 47%, as you see there.
41.
Just 5-ton plus scores, more for Phil Taylor. Identical the others. But it's the other shots, isn't it, Rod? Why he's in front here? It's the 96s and the 59s, and even Mickey Mansell, far too many poor efforts.
Well, he got a leg in the first set, Mansell, and he'll surely get a dart and a double to get a leg in this set, whatever Phil Taylor piles on here.
138. Michael require 80.
Well, he made a hash of the 120 in the previous set. This is easier but similar. You've got to keep straight. That's better. Double 10. The pressure on that was immense, knowing it had to go. Well, Taylor, 52. The 2 sets up, 2 legs up.
Double 16.
Being shot in the second round.
There she blows. 2 sets up, 2 legs up. And the end is 9. For Mickey Mansell in the 2013 World Darts Championship.
It must be frustrating for Mickey. As I've said, he's a real class player. Just doesn't do it on the big stage. It's obviously something he's got to address, he's got to look at.
16.
He doesn't prepare right, maybe the practice routines or regimes are not for him. Maybe it's too long to think about the game. Something not quite right.
Phil Taylor's first World Darts Championship was won in 1990. He's 50, and currently his last at the moment was won in 2010 when Simon Whitlock was beaten on this stage. He craves, he yearns for a 16th World Championship.
41.
And he will be one step closer in a couple of minutes' time.
Dennis Ovens and Max Hott waiting in the wings in anticipation of Phil wrapping this up sooner rather than later. It could be rowdy during that last game.
The draw appears kindish for Phil Taylor, but
16.
lying in wait later in the tournament, potentially, if it goes according to the script, could be Andrew Hamilton in the quarter-finals, Barney or Gary Anderson or Simon Whitlock in the semi-final. Will get much tougher than it has been for Phil Taylor tonight.
Phil upped his average to 94 and a bit, which is very, very good. And has been nowhere at his best.
Phil Repile 132.
He could wrap it up here and now. Treble 19 for the bullseye. Treble 20. That leaves 68. And he will be returning. Will there be pressure on the 68?
121. Phil requires 68.
Some.
To move into the second round, Phil Taylor is eyeing up. Double 4. And the 15 times world champion is still on course to make that 16 world titles. Phil, the power Taylor, breezes through against Mickey Mansell. The Irishman didn't give Taylor a test, and the power has prevailed by 3 sets to 0.